A big piece from the run of the second round of the Kelly Cup playoffs last season is back. I'm Mike Benton for ThunderVision as defenseman Rob Kwiet returns to Stockton after agreeing to contract terms earlier today. And the man who got the deal done joins me now, and Thunder head coach Matt Thomas. And Matt getting Kwiet via trade last March, it took 3 players to get him here. How do you like that trade-off now?
Well, obviously, it was a pretty big trade at the time, and I don't know if anyone's ever excited to have to give up 3 players. But we knew we needed a veteran presence on our blue line. We knew we needed another left shot in that back end that could really help our power play. And that's kind of exactly what he brings. He's an experienced player. He's played a full season in the American Hockey League. He's a guy who played with Taylor Hall and Ryan Ellis and won a Memorial Cup. He's had playoff success that way, and he had a great playoff run one year with Reading. And a guy that I felt could really help us in a lot of ways. Obviously, we fell short of our goal last season, but I think more than anything, he gave us that opportunity to have all those elements that we really desperately needed at the time, and to be able to get him back, I think is just a step in the right direction. I'm really excited the way our blue line's shaping up. Last year we went in with a lot of unknowns, and this year we're going in with a lot of known qualities. And the great thing about a guy like Rob is he can do a lot of different things for you, and he's a guy that the position is really natural to him in terms of the way he can understand how to play it. And I think that it's just a bonus to us right now.
People often say in this league, development is the key to winning. And when you mention his championship in Windsor, the conference final run with Reading, what do you notice out of him when the chips are down?
Well, I think this is one thing. He's a guy that wants the puck on the stick in that critical time. And I think when you're a defenseman and guys are coming in and they're forechecking you hard, and half the time you're getting hammered by some physical players on the other side, you need to be able to want that puck and to be able to make the play. And that's the one thing that he can do. Under pressure, he's as calm as he is when he's got nobody in front of him. And I think that's a huge quality that not only serves you well in the playoffs, but serves you well for being able to help your teammates around you. When you've got young players at our level and they're coming in, sometimes it takes a little bit to understand the type of time you do have, and a player that's been through it and has already been there and succeeded with it. I think he can just pass on a lot to those young guys. So he's really, I think those playoff runs for him have made him understand exactly how important it is to play in the crunch, and when it's your best game's needed, he knows how to bring that, and I think that's an important thing for our team.
So essentially, now that he has a full year to get used to a new era, a new area, a new conference, and a new team, where does he go from here?
Well, I think the one thing that there was a little bit of a feeling out process from both of us, and unfortunately for him, he came into a stretch of the season where we weren't playing very well. We were tired. We had played a lot of games, and we were continuing to play a lot of games, and the wins weren't piling up the way we wanted it to. We were losing a lot of close games, and it was just I don't think the success was indicative of how good of a team we potentially could become. I think in the playoffs you saw a little bit more of what we were capable of. Obviously, he was a big part of that, but he's a guy that he needs to produce points. He needs to be a physical player. He can be those things. I think last year it was a long year for him. I think, obviously coming in the trade, and that there is a little bit of a change. I think it excited him, but I think he's even more excited. I know he's more excited to get back this year and start from day one and build to the point where we know we can be a team that can have success night in and night out. And I think he's going to be a big part of it because he's as excited, I think, as he's ever been in his career, and I think that's an important thing for us. We want that type of enthusiasm with all our players.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Spence.
Defenseman Rob Kwiet back for the second go-around in Stockton. He's the 5th guy back as well from last season's 2011 and 12 squad. For more breaking news, stay in tune to StocktonThunder.com, additionally via Facebook and Twitter. I'm Mike Benton for ThunderVision.